Congratulations, guys. How much did you need that after Monday night and to get a win on the road as well? Because they've not come easy for United this season.
Yeah, we've not found it easy away from home this season. Obviously a very difficult result in the last game, so we know we needed to bounce back, and that's what we spoke about before the game. I thought we showed good character to come back, obviously, after the 1-0 down first half. So yeah, it's about reacting in the change room second half. I think we did that really good. We come out and we were at it.
Joshua, your first Premier League goal in almost a year, and you absolutely thumped it in as well. How much of a relief was it to see that go in?
Yeah, great feeling. You know, it's always a good feeling to score, but most importantly, just got us back into the game, and yeah, this guy
confirmation of the 4 minutes of the Manchester United
yeah, it was all about 3 points today, and just very happy that we got him. So very important.
Patrick Dorgu.
The manager has spoken about the pressure of playing for Manchester United. How much have you felt that in that period of time without a goal?
And Brian Abubo coming off.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the biggest clubs in the world, and you have to perform. So if you don't score for a long time, it could get to you. But I'm surrounded by great players, great people, and you know, we help each other every day. So they made it quite easy for me. And yeah, today is just a reward, I think, for you know, patience, hard work, you know, trying to be consistent, and I'm just thankful to them, manager as well, staff, everyone. So. Yeah, good environment.
Mason, I know you're desperate to play more and to stay fit. How are you feeling this season?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, the win obviously was massive today, but also for me to play the full game. I can't remember, I haven't done that in a while, so I've been feeling really good recently. No problem. So yeah, I'm enjoying my football, and when you have days like this in front of the fans like this, so it makes it all worth it.
Well done, guys.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
A big response to Monday's disappointment. Joe and Crouchy watching with me, and Palace were deserving of their lead at half-time, but Manchester United just a different side in the second half, Crouchy. And Joshua Zirkzee, I think a lot of Man United fans perhaps would have had him off at half-time.
Yeah, like I say, I said at half-time, I just want more from him, because he walked past us. I look at the size of him, and I think, you know, you can bully defenders. Mateta was doing it first half, and Zirkzee wasn't. He is a frustration at times, because there is a player in there somewhere, and I think he can, with Bruno Fernandes's deliveries as well, I think he can get on the end of a little bit more, and some of his hold-up play needs to be a little bit better. But this was fantastic. It was obviously from the training ground, because Bruno knew exactly where he was going to be. He actually found himself offside, Zirkzee. You see here, way offside, and it's a great place to be, because the defenders can't get hold of you, they can't get hold of your shirt, they can't muscle you. You can make that run kind of almost free, really. And what he did here was he took his time. I mean, this isn't a goal from a player who hasn't scored in a year, you know, because he lets it bounce a couple of times, takes his time, and what a finish, Joe.
Yeah, it's a fantastic finish. What he done really well there on the second bounce is the patience he took. You know, like Crouchy said, it's not a player who's not scored in a year. Looked very composed.
Looked confident, didn't he? Do you need him just further forward, not dropping deep as much?
Yeah, aggression. And then sometimes when you're a forward and you're not getting amongst the goals, your tendency sometimes is to drop deep and get touches. You need to be more aggressive. You could be the biggest lad and the strongest lad in the world, but be aggressive. You know, be forceful. Get yourself hurt. If he does all them things, his quality will come out and he will score goals.
Yeah, as a centre forward at times, if you're not getting the ball, you got a tendency to come short, and I think that's what he does. He wants to get involved in the play, and then you don't find yourself higher up, and you're not going to score goals from that deep position. I think he definitely did it well in the second half.
And then the second goal came from the free kick. Gay was deemed to have fouled Dalot for this free kick. Did you think it was a foul?
I think so. I mean, you can say that he can't really get out of the way, but I do think it was a foul. It was another well-worked goal.
Yeah, he bought the foul. I thought it was a foul, and then that's fantastic play from Fernandes and Mount. You know, two very intelligent players, and I know there was a little bit of confusion from the bench, and there was, you know, look, the Wolves clearly talking to Henderson. They wasn't happy. You know, Fernandes recognises that, rolls it, and it's a wonderful strike. You know, Henderson just gets a bit flat-footed there, but it's right in the bottom corner. It bounces just in front of him.
I think you know, when you take that quick one,
yeah,
it causes panic, and the wall breaks. You feel gaps, and you know, as soon as you move it that little couple of yards, it's enough to create create havoc with the wall.
And Man United, 10 set-piece goals now, joint most with Arsenal, excluding penalties. They've been really strong in that area, Joel.
Yeah, you have to give the manager credit and his staff. You know, he's come under a lot of fire because he's Manchester United manager and the results haven't been deemed to be where they should be. But that's a positive. You know, to be up there with Arsenal, everyone's been, you know, patting Mikel Arteta on the back, and it's been brilliant from their end as well. But fair play to Manchester United. When you got Bruno's delivery and you got people like Maguire, Casemiro heading it, you know, you don't need to be a rocket scientist, you know, and be clever of putting people all places. Great delivery, great players attacking the ball, and they've got that.
And Mason Mount said to Jules in the interview at the end, he wasn't sure when he'd last played 90 minutes for Man United. That's actually the first time he's completed 90 minutes for Manchester United. In the Premier League, is it just great to see him fit and doing well like this, Peter? Yeah,
I mean, this is the frustration, and we know Mason well, and he's such a talent. He's such a great player, and it wasn't long ago he found himself in the England squad. You know, he was... can he get back to that? And it's only about fitness. It's not about talent. And you know, that will go some way to helping him today.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, Lindsay, it's not talent, it's not desire, it's not quality. It's just will his body hold up? Because if his body holds up, he's as good as a player in that position that we've got. He really and Thomas Tuchel really likes him. You know, you have to remember it's a Champions League winner at Chelsea in that exact model that Thomas may like to play at sometimes. So, listen, great to see him back. Really good, and he was very, very good today.
A good afternoon for him, helping with that comeback on the score sheet today.
The perfect response to Monday night. How did you turn that game around?
I think we had more intensity in the second half. We played better in the second half, and the opponent in the second half was more tired. So is everything connected? But again, the small things, the way that Josh controls the ball in the second half was different. The way we defend second balls was different. So these small details will make the difference. And then the talent in front, we scored 2.
Both of the goals coming from set pieces today. Is that something you've been working more on, because you've now got the joint most in the Premier League along with Arsenal? Yeah,
it's so important in our league because it's hard to play against every opponent, and you can sense by throw-ins, free kicks, corner kicks, to score a goal, to open the game, to give more confidence to the team. So if you look at Premier League, if you don't work on set pieces, you are losing the game already.
It's been almost a year since Zirkzee's last Premier League goal. What can that now do for his confidence?
It's so important for a striker to score goals. He's not playing many minutes, but the way he responds in the second half is really important. It's more important than just the goal. Again, the small details, win one first ball for us to win the second ball, the connection, that is so important for our game, and the goal is really important for the team and for him.
We saw Bruno Fernandes feeling his hamstring towards the end of the game. You can't afford to lose him for any matches, can you?
No, it was a kick. I was shouting at him because he needs to earn. We make a substitution in the end. He needs to talk to the bench, but he said it was like just a kick, so everything is okay.
How important is it now to back this win up today with another one at home against West Ham next?
It's important to win every game, and again today was once again the proof that if you play the same way, but we increase the way we fight for every ball in the small details, the certainty on the pass, the movements. If we work on that in the different pace, we can beat anyone. So let's try to show that in the next game.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, they will try and build on that win in that next match against West Ham. After that, it's Wolves and Bournemouth, Peter. Do you feel they've got another opportunity coming up to build some momentum again? Yeah, there's a real good run of games now for Manchester United. And like you say, we're in and around it again now. And if they can build a run of 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, then it really puts them back in the mix. I mean, they all winnable games there, especially for a club like Manchester United, you'd expect. Where do you think this squad is capable of finishing this season, Joel?
I don't think they can finish top 4. I don't think there's enough depth. But I think from Bruno's perspective, if they finish 7th and above, I think it's a really, really good season for them, an improvement. Because last year, you have to remember, you know, they was wanting this group of players, and there's been some good signings coming in, but I think seventh and above Linz, I think, will be good.
We spoke about the lack of attacking depth as well, didn't we, at half-time? But with the Africa Cup of Nations coming up, and Burmo and Ahmad would be heading off. Also, they'd lose Mazraoui as well. Do you think that could have a serious impact on them? Yeah,
I do. Burmo especially, I think, he's such a good player. He's been a great signing for them. I do worry for them. I think obviously we're building a little bit of momentum now, but I don't think they're good enough to get into the top four. And a club like Manchester United for 2 years on the spin to not get into Europe would be a travesty, really. Yeah. And I think so. What they have to look at is getting in the Europa League, and anything above that would be a bonus for where they are now, I think. Are you seeing proper progress now under Amorim?
I think you're seeing incremental progress. Like if you look at the positives, you look at the set pieces, very good. I thought there's character there. They win in a tricky away game, so it's incremental. Nothing too major.
Well, we're going to
taking goal from Zirkzee. Palace won't be very happy with the way they set their wall up. Very late, very rough and open. But credit where credit's due. That's a big win for Manchester United. Much better performance, good reaction from the manager. And looking at Man United at 6th place in the Premier League is more like it.
After Monday, they did need that, didn't they?
They did. That 1-0 defeat to in for 10 men. And fair play to Ruben Amorim. He has to take a lot of credit there, Bex, because we were standing by the board and looking at the bench and thinking, there isn't an awful lot to change things here. Gets a goal from Zirkzee, gets a goal from Mount. Not the usual regular goal scorers, but important goals. And he's got Martinez back in the team, sits 6th in the league. Feels a much better day than the first 45 minutes.
Yep, and they did it without Mateus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško, both strikers injured. So if you're just tuning in this morning, this is how it happened. Palace got a penalty, Robbie, 32 minutes on the clock, which had to be retaken.
It did, and because of the IFAB rules, we know now that, it's clear penalty kick. Yoro on Drake and Mateta didn't have a great day, I have to say, Lenny Yoro. He has a nibble there, then he catches the big striker there, he goes down. It's a pretty easy decision for the referee to give, and then Mateta takes the first penalty kick, but we know though it accidentally catches his foot, you can't hit the ball twice as you take the shot, so they go to IFAB, but he's allowed to take the penalty again, and under absolutely no pressure, the big man scores. He takes the kick, finds the back of the net, this time on one touch, and the corner flag gets the usual routine.
In that space there, big space, Zirkzee's onto it very quickly and just gets good power. Just really good strike, and I just think it surprises defenders. Not a great defender from Kamada here behind him, but just watch the way he volleys this, and Henderson is kind of through him before he can react. I may be surprised of the quality of the strike. Mazraoui there waiting to come onto the field as a substitute, but United back in it.
What about the defence on the wall?
This is way too slow, Palace. Way too slow. And then the free kick happens. They kind of shift across. Just watch the wall. They should be set. There's such a long period of time. And then they all split. Then they kind of panic. They split. There's gaps there. It's just really poor from Crystal Palace. The manager will be so angry at that because that's obviously the winning goal. And yet there was a lot of time for Palace to get that wall very well.
Looked like they could have scored 3 or 4.
Yeah, definite penalty for you, no arguments about that?
No arguments whatsoever. I don't know what Yoro's doing actually. Won the foul, but getting into that position, he almost just runs past the play, runs past his man.
Do you think he's trying to get out of the way? Of Mateta?
I think he almost stumbles and trips into him. Very clumsy, but he should have been goal-side from anyway. But anyway, it was a poor decision from Yoro and a definite penalty.
OK, so Mateta wins the penalty and then steps up to take it himself. Let's take a look at this, and then we'll get to the controversial bits. It'll be interesting bits, certainly. Technique here?
He miskicked a couple during the game, didn't he?
Yeah. You know what, he's just a bit too close to it with his standing leg, and he double kicks it. And we haven't seen this in the Premier League. We saw it in the Champions League with Julian Alvarez, which became very controversial, and which is why this decision was changed. So because he scored, he got to retake it. Remarkable, really.
Yeah, last season that would have just been disallowed and, an indirect free kick, I guess, the other way. But
well, this is the change, isn't it? And I think the key word here is that it's accidental. The penalty taker accidentally kicks the ball with both feet simultaneously, or as in Mateta's case, the ball touches their non-kicking foot or leg immediately after the kick. If the kick is successful, it is then retaken. That's exactly what we saw, and it's the first time that it's happened in the Premier League since the rule change by IFAB Yes?
I'm not surprised he kicked it off his left leg because of where that ball was. You saw that too, didn't you?
But
it's off his heel almost.
To be fair, I mean, we'll see the goal he scores, but to be fair, if it's accident, if you're kicking the ball twice as a professional player, I don't think you should get a second attempt.
Let's be honest, it was always going the other way now, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, exactly. But I mean, accidentally hitting it twice, if you can't get your leg out the way when you hit the ball and you're a professional player, then I don't think you should get a second chance. But that's by the by. It was given. The rule has changed. Penalty was slotted, and as I say, Palace deserved their lead.
Yes, 100% record for Jean-Philippe Mateta with Premier League penalties. Now, to some sad news coming out of East London today, as legendary former West Ham player and manager Billy Bonds has passed away at the age of 79. The club's record appearance maker, he captained them to 2 FA Cup titles in 1975 and 1980. West Ham confirmed the news in a statement. They've also said there will be a period of applause before their game against Liverpool later on this afternoon to remember the life of their longest-serving player. Our thoughts go out to Billy Bonds' family and his loved ones.